Hello, 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 guys. Welcome, everyone. How are you guys doing today?
Hello, teacher.
Thank you. How is everything? How are you doing today?
Hi, teacher.
Hello, hello, hello.
I'm doing good. What about you?
I'm doing great, 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 great today. So welcome, everyone. Welcome to our.
It was such a busy day, even though about the shaking.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that was crazy, right?
Yes, it
That
was.
was crazy. And I took a short nap in at noon because I have had such a long day. So I had a short break between and a gap between 11:40 more or less until 12:30 more or less. So I said, well, I'm gonna take a short nap. Why not? And I was here at home and I was, sleeping. And it usually takes me a long time to fall asleep. So finally I could do it. And then at 12:05, or I don't know what time it was, but I felt one, my bed was shaking. And I was like, oh my God, like what's going on? But I was so sleepy that I just woke up and I was like, oh, okay, it's shaking, but it's gonna be okay. I have felt so like I have felt like stronger, like even stronger um events like that. But today it was it was I don't know, like very heavy, strong and anything, but it was not the worst. But still it was pretty scary. And then some people said that it was shaking like more than once, like it shook more than once. Is that?
Yes, yes, that's true.
Yes. Yeah, it was crazy. Sarah, you didn't feel anything. You didn't feel my mom didn't feel anything. One of my sisters, she was in a 17th floor or something. She was in the middle of a meeting, and then she felt the shaking and she was like super scared.
I
But
didn't feel
yeah,
anything as well.
you didn't feel anything?
Teacher,
Yes,
me
I
too.
was with
Like,
my students in the library, and
Oh
they
my
were
God.
like, they were trying to run, and I was like, sit down, what is happening? They were like, there is an earthquake.
Oh,
And then I
really?
was, okay. But I was quiet because I didn't feel anything. Yeah.
In the oh my goodness. What were you trying to say, Angelica?
uh, that in Santa Marta, oh, only me. I don't feel
You don't? You
this
didn't
is
feel
no,
anything?
no,
Okay.
no, no.
It was pretty heavy. It was pretty heavy here. So this morning it was something interesting because this morning we have the evacuation drill at the Language Institute. So at 9 a.m. this morning, we did all the process that is like, okay, there is a recording that says right now it's shaking. Please do the drop, cover, and hold on. So we had to do that. So we were laying on the floor. We had to do the process like drop, cover, and hold on. And then we had to wait until someone was like doing a sound like whistling with I don't know. And then until we heard that sound we could go out. And me and my students were doing that, like all the Language Institute was in the process of doing that. And then today it actually happened, which was crazy, like, okay, that was pretty curious that we were doing that. And then today it happened in real life. So it was pretty shocking for me. But it wasn't like I have felt strongest, like stronger ones. So today was pretty strong, but not the strongest ones that I have felt. But thank goodness we're okay. Thank goodness nothing bad happened. Alrighty, peeps. So let's start. Today is our 13th class. Today is Thursday, August the 17th. And we're going to start with this activity. As a warming up, we're going to do we're going to answer some questions. We are going to reflect on some questions that I'm going to share on my screen. Then we are going to work on the cultural awareness group activity and presentation, the one that you guys were working on last night. And then we're going to finish unit 3. So we're going to be working on Moodle first. The first activity is at dictation time. We're going to watch some videos about building report, and we are going to also do the reading and listening tasks. Okay, that is what we're going to do today. So let's start with the warming up activity. We're going to take some time to reflect. You're going to write down, if you want, or just doing the reflective thinking, you're going to answer the following questions. When have you guys felt uncomfortable or offended in real life because of a cross-cultural experience? If you have experienced that, so when have you felt uncomfortable or offended? Remember that it doesn't necessarily mean with someone from another country. It can also be from our own country, but from different parts of the country. So from different regions. Have you ever felt uncomfortable or offended because of a cross-cultural experience? So let's think about it. Let's reflect about it. How does the activity we did yesterday compare to real life? How can we compare that to real life? What can we learn from the cultural conflicts? And how can we be more sensitive to people from other cultures in real life? So how can we be more sensitive about it? Okay, so I'm going to give you like 6 minutes to reflect. You can write down your answers, or you can just reflect, whatever you prefer. And then we are going to share your thoughts. Clear, guys? Is the activity clear?
Yes, teacher.
All righty. So please start. And in like, what time is it? It's 6:12. So at around 6:17 or so, I'm gonna ask you if you already finished or if you need more minutes. Okay. So please start. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to start with the roll call. In the meantime, Acevedo Covasaray.
Present, teacher.
Great. Albarracín Caballero Cristian.
I'm here, teacher.
Great. Ayala Viloria Joeli. Okay, Joeli. Vaca Yaina Andrea. Great. Carrero Bonilla John Hammer. John Hammer is not here. Fonseca García Freddy.
I'm here.
Excellent. Lozada Díaz Diana.
Present, teacher.
Great. Muñoz Salazar Andrea. Not yet. Pérez Ardila Natalie. Natalie. Is Natalie here? Natalie, can you hear me? Okay. Pinzón Linares Mayra.
Present, teacher.
Great, Mayra. Rodríguez Llorente Harold. Okay. Sandoval Miranda Angélica.
Present, teacher.
Great. Velasco Uribe Ana María. And Vera Peña Jennifer.
I'm here, teacher.
Okay, excellent. Alrighty, guys. So how was the activity? How was the this reflective thinking? Did you reflect? It was enough? Was time enough?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. What about the first question? When have you felt uncomfortable or offended in real life because of a cross-cultural experience? Have you ever felt that way?
Yes, teacher, in my case, yes.
Yes.
Yes, for example, I think that you can need to leave country because in our country, depend of the region, you can see different cultural experience. So, for example, when I arrived the coast in the north of the country, it was very different for me. For example, the food, the people, the custom, sorry, it's very different. And the thing that was very difficult was understand when the people, the region, talk with me because they speak very fast and meet some words. So it's I in this class I couldn't understand, and I have to need some for example a friend that live in here, and she understand, and I have to say, sorry, what say that because I don't understand.
Oh, wow. You couldn't understand what they were talking about.
Yes.
So, but that happened at the beginning. Yes, at the beginning.
Yes. The first 15 days.
Yeah.
But
First 2
then,
weeks
yes.
they were hard. They were difficult for you. All right.
Yes. Yeah. But and the thing that really was uncomfortable for the past and this moment now, it's sorry, teacher. Yeah, the people people trade the animals because
Oh, yeah.
they consider like things or that can live of the air.
Yeah.
So you see very awful things On some cases I cried.
Yeah, no, I get it. I have heard also horrible things about that, but it doesn't only happen there, but of course it happens like everywhere. But I have also heard like horrible things about that related to animals in that part of the country. So it's super sad. Thank you very much for sharing, Angelica. Anything else, guys, that you would like to share from this? Any of the question, not necessarily the first question, not necessarily the one that says if you have ever felt uncomfortable or offended, but like, for example, for the second one, or what can we learn, what can we say, what can we, or how can we be more sensitive? Anything else that you would like to add?
Maybe I would like to talk about the third one.
The
What can we
third
learn
one?
from the cultural conflicts? Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, I will say that about the cultural conflicts, it is important to acknowledge that there are differences between countries. And also, maybe you are going to travel to a different place. It is really necessary to, I don't know, to get information about the body language, maybe about the
Yeah,
manners, about the way that we greet other people.
they we
Because
agree,
maybe,
yes.
yeah, that's really important because there are people that are, or there are cultures where, because of the religion, they don't have the contact. Maybe they don't hug, they don't kiss, the cheek. So that's very important because it was said in the video, and also they were explaining like maybe when we go, we are in a different place, we feel like maybe they are being rude or impolite, but
Mm-hmm,
maybe it is about the background,
mm-hmm.
and that's when it comes the conflict.
Yeah,
So when you're traveling or visiting different places, you have to be open and also inform yourself about the culture,
yeah.
tradition, and everything.
Manners
So
and
that's
so
it.
on. All righty. Okay, very good. Excellent. Thank you very much, Freddie. Awesome. So now, guys, we are going to move on to the second part, that is a group activity and presentations. So did you guys finish yesterday's task, or do you feel that you need like some extra minutes for you to work in groups and then for the presentation?
Teacher, maybe a little minutes to
4 minutes
organize
to
the presentation.
organize everything. All right. So now you guys are going to tell me who were you working with yesterday, okay? So I can send you to the breakout rooms. So group number one, who was group number one?
Teacher, I think as Diana, Harold,
Okay, so Harold, Diana,
Lily,
who else?
Joely, I think, and Anna.
Anna. Okay. So last night we were only 4 people per group. So last night we had a very small group. So hopefully today we can include people that were not yesterday in class. You guys can include them and then give them a little bit of context, and you know, maybe they can participate, they can help you in something, so you can include them. That will be awesome. So in the first group, we're gonna have Anna, Diana, Harold, and Joely, but I'm going to include more people to that group because today I think only like 2 students are missing, so we have more people than last night. So let's go to the second group. It was Freddy, Angelica,
Yes,
Yes.
teacher.
Mhm.
Andrea,
Mayra
Andrea,
Pinzón y
Andrea
Andrea.
Vaca.
Mayra Pinzon, and Andrea. So Andrea Vaca. So it was the 4 of you. Alrighty. So now I need to include Christian, Jennifer, Natalie, and Sarai. Okay. Jennifer, you were not in class yesterday, right? So you were not part of any of the groups? Well, I guess no. So let me include more people. Okay. You're going to join, and then for the people that do not have a room, I'm going to send them to one of the groups here. Okay, so you can start joining. I am going to give you the access to share screen. So I need to send Christian to one of the groups. John, I'm going to send you to another group. Natalie, one group. Sarai, the other group. Alrighty. Good. Okie dokie. Please join your groups. I'm gonna start visiting you shortly. Harold, Natalie, Anna, Diana, Jennifer, please join your groups. Hello, Joely, can you remind me your group, please? Group 1 or group 2? Group 1. Alrighty. So let me send you to the group. Alrighty, with Hatter. Okay. Okay, you can join now. Hello,
Hi.
Diana. What is your group?
Number 1, teacher, sorry. I
With
lost-
Harold, Jennifer, Joely. Yes?
Yes, yes,
All right.
teacher.
All right.
Thank you.
Of course.
first two paragraph, the first two paragraph in the part 3. I think I don't remember if it was Harold or Joely or Anna. And the last 3 paragraph, the other person. So I don't remember. I think the last 3 paragraph was the part that Harold did. Yes.
Are you guys about to finish?
Yes, teacher. Well, we finished like
The documents.
yes, we finished yesterday with the document.
Are just
And
organizing how you're going to have the presentation. Yeah.
yes, I'm
Alright.
having some pictures maybe. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So in like 5 minutes or 6 minutes, we're going back to the main session and we're going to start. Okay. So
Oh,
continue finishing, and then I will see you in the main session when I finish the breakout rooms. Okay.
okay, teacher. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you. Hello, guys. Ready?
Hello. Yes, we're ready.
Yes, teacher.
Oh my goodness, don't tell me that. Well, that's awesome. I mean, great that you already finished. But the other group, I mean, they already finished, but they're organizing the ideas and they're organizing the way in which they're gonna have the presentation. They're adding like extra details, for example, like pictures or something. And then I told them that in 5 minutes we're going back to the main session. So, do you have everything ready? Like, you know who is going to talk in like in the first part and then
Yes, teacher.
Alrighty, so I guess you're gonna have 5 minutes of break. Well, yeah, well, the other group finishes. So in 4 minutes now, I am going to finish these breakout rooms, and then we're going to start with the presentation, okay? So you can do whatever you want. I mean, it's not a long time, it's only 4 minutes. So I will see you in the main session, okay? Thank you.
Okay, teacher.
Thank you.
Hi, teacher. I have just arrived home. I am
Hello.
group number 1.
Okay, I'm going to finish the breakout rooms because now we're gonna
Okay.
have the presentation. So I'll finish it in 2 minutes. Okay, so in 2 minutes, your classmates are gonna be back. So yeah, I'm not gonna send you to the breakout rooms just for 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay, so I will wait on my
Yep.
phone also.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. Alrighty, peeps. So we are ready to start. And group number 1, let me see. Oh, but we only have Christian, Diana, Harold, and Natalie, and we had more people for that room, right?
Yes.
Yes, teacher, yes.
But then, oh, Jennifer, you were part of that group, right?
Yes, teacher.
As well as Joely.
Yes, teacher, I think that
Alright.
some of our partners are busy.
Yeah.
So, but they participate yesterday. So,
Okay. Okay, not a problem. So you guys can start. You're gonna start with the presentation. Okay, so group number 1, please go ahead. You can share your screen, and let's start with the presentation. Thank you.
Okay, teacher. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay. We choose France and South Korea to do the comparison. So the first part was focus on 4 dimensions. Well, the first dimensions talking about greetings. Well, in France, greetings are generally more informal, may include handshakes and kisses on the cheek. These kisses are called la bise. And there is also a difference between different parts of France, like the south or the north. Maybe are some difference. In some parts, you have to give 2 kisses, and in other parts, you have to do like these 2 kisses like twice, or there are like 4. and in some parts you start on the right, and in other part you start on the left. So it's like
Oh, it's very interesting.
a big part
Yeah.
culture, yes. Or a simple bonjour that means hello. In South Korea, greetings are often more formal and respectful, reflecting the hierarchical, I don't remember how to pronounce, hierarchical nature of society. And bowing is a common greeting that the depth of the bow can vary based on age and social status. And in France, while social hierarchies exist, they are generally less pronounced in everyday greetings. And in South Korea also has a complex honorific language system called Keiko, sorry, where the choice of words and level of politeness in a speech depends on the relative status of the speakers. Well, talking about personal space, we have like two dimensions in this big dimension. Talking about physical contact in France, contact like hugs and kisses on the cheek are common, like I just said in the last dimension, among friends and family. And in South Korea, physical contact is generally more reserved and formal, especially between people of different genders. And talking about personal space, maybe in France, people are more, prefer more personal space and may feel maybe uncomfortable if someone stands too close during a conversation. And in South Korea, in some cases, people tend to stand closer to each other, maybe during some types of interactions due to the collectivist nature of the culture. Talking about gestures, in French, speakers are often expressive with their hands during conversations. They use gestures to emphasize points or show agreement. In French, direct and prolonged eye contact is seen as a sign of confidence and honesty. And in South Korea, handshakes are becoming more common in business settings, but bows are still preferred formal greeting. And talking about maybe like gesture, but talking about giving gifts. In France, gifts are typically offered with one hand, and they are usually opened immediately. But in South Korea, gifts are often given and received with two hands as a sign of respect, and it's common to refuse a gift before accepting. So say no in the first moment that the gift is given, and then they accept it.
So it's like, oh no, thank you. And then the person says, oh, something
Yes.
else. And then they said, okay.
Yes.
All righty.
Yes.
Very good. Because maybe it sounds rude to accept it at first, to accept it like right away. So, okay. Okay. Got it.
Yes.
Interesting.
And okay, and the last dimension, talking about social norms. In France, respect is more based on individual merit and achievements. In French culture, leans more towards individualism and emphasizing personal freedom and autonomy. France tends to have a stronger emphasis on work-life balance and leisure time with longer vacations and shorter work week. And in South Korea, places a strong emphasis on showing respect to elders and superiors. Also, South Korean society is more collectivist, valuing the needs and harmony of the group. And in South Korea, there is often a more intense work culture with longer working hours.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Secondly, we have cultural difference in communication. French communication is more direct and explicit compared to other cultures. Open debates and discussions are encouraged. French speakers appear more expressive and emotionally charged. On the other hand, South Korea can be indirect with a formal language when they are speaking to older people or maybe in positions of authority. Also in South Korea, respect for silence and active listening is important compared to Colombia. With these two countries, our communication is more direct and open, with emphasis on emotional connection. Interactions are often emotive and expressive. In the third aspect, we have compare and contrast this cultural aspect with our own culture. In this part, about French culture is different in some aspects from Colombia and above all from Santander. French culture can occupy a large part of your personal space in a normal way and without making the other person uncomfortable. On the other hand, the Santanderian culture can become uncomfortable with such closeness. Also, French social laws can be very respectable and very well enforced, and it's a factor that is rarely found in Colombian culture. On the other hand, the culture of South Korea is extremely careful not to invade personal space, and it's such that they can see a person on the street needing help and they don't help them for not invading their personal space. Also, couples are not well seen holding hands in the street. In Colombia, it's common to see couples expressing their love in a physical way.
France stands out for its sophisticated culinary traditions, renowned wines, and a deep appreciation for art and literature. The French take great pride in their refined cuisine, often characterized by intricate flavors and meticulous preparation. Additionally, the country has a strong historical legacy marked by iconic landmarks and long-standing cultural influence. The French fashion industry is celebrated globally for its elegance and innovation. Intellectual pursuits, including philosophy and literature, are also highly esteemed in French society. South Korea embraced a unique blend of Confucian values and modern technological advancements. The nation has gained international recognition through its dynamic pop culture phenomenon, K-pop, and its cutting-edge technology sector. South Korea urban landscapes have rapidly transformed, reflecting a modern and vibrant society. Despite this modernity, traditional family values remain strong, emphasizing respect for elders and maintaining close-knit relationships. Colombian boasts a rich tapestry of cultural diversity, thriving amidst its stunning biodiversity and natural landscapes. The country music scene is incredibly lively, with genres like salsa and cumbia showcasing the vibrant spirit of the people. Indigenous cultures contribute to Colombia's culture fabric, adding to the nation's richness and heritage. Warm and welcoming hospitality is a hallmark of Colombian culture. One thing that Colombian culture has and is unique is its tendency to grade the value of one amount of money, not only with numbers, but also with words. And that's the
That's
end
it.
of the document.
Alrighty. Okay. Wow, that was very interesting, guys. It was very, very, very interesting. Okay, so now you were talking about South Korea. And now the other group is going to talk about the other Korea, right? You didn't change the country, right? The group number 2?
Yeah, Germany and South Korea.
South or north?
So
South
the
Korea.
same.
But yesterday you had North Korea.
No,
One
teacher.
One group had North Korea. I'm sure. Was group
No,
number one? Group
yeah.
number one, did you have North Korea in the first
We discussed about it, teacher, but when we start to write, we start to write about South Korea.
I was very excited, honestly, because I was checking your 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 progress on the activity, and then I saw that one of the groups had North Korea, and I said, oh, that's amazing. So it's gonna be the two Koreas. And I wanted to see the difference between one and the other. Of course, they're very different, but okay, it's okay. That's okay. So now let's listen to group number two. Go ahead, guys. Thank you very much, group number one. Excellent job. So one Asian country and then another European country. Same for the other group. Very interesting. Go ahead, group number two.
Hi, you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay, I'm going to start. About South Korea. Greetings in South Korea. Greetings often involve a bow which varies in depth based on factors such as age, status, and familiarity. Handshakes are becoming more common in business settings due to globalization, but bowing remains a significant culture gesture. Personal space, South Koreans tend to stand closer to each other than people from many other cultures. This is especially true when talking to friends or family. Gestures in South Korea, it is considered rude to point with your index finger. It is also rude to cross your arms in front of your chest. Avoiding direct eye contact during bowing is a sign of respect. The V sync made with the index and middle fingers is a common gesture in photographs. Social norms and hierarchy and respect for authority are crucial in South Korean culture. Elders are treated with deference, and there is an emphasis on group harmony and collective success. On the other hand, in South Korea, it is important to wait until the oldest person in the group starts eating. Communication. South Korea communication tends to be indirect, with an emphasis on nonverbal cues, tone, and context. Silence can be used to convey disagreement or respect. Expressing negative opinion directly can be seen as impolite.
The other country is Germany, and the greetings is when greeting someone in Germany, it's important to use the appropriate level of formality. It's also important to know that Germans typically shake hands when greeting someone for the first time. In more informal settings, a handshake may be omitted. In the personal space and social rules, German people tend to respect one another's privacy and the laws of the society to an above average degree. They really like to organize and plan whatever they want to do. In religion, German culture has been influenced by the Holy Roman Empire, so the dominant religion is Christianity. So far, Christmas time is a really important spiritual period. Other custom we have that in the past Germany was split by a barrier like Korea. So there are still some difference between both parts to this day. For example, people from East Germany are more conservative than West region. So their custom is rooted with their ancestors. Consequently, the West people usually go to the East to celebrate and share Christmas time. Due to the high number of the immigrants, they also speak several languages like Turkish, Russian, Greek, French, Albanian, Polish, and English. And finally, they don't like to use the colors of their flag in celebration because of the historical context.
Well, now comparison and contrast. Colombia and South Korea. Greetings. Both cultures emphasize warm greetings, but South Korea's formal bow contrasts with Colombia's more affectionate handshakes, hugs, and cheek kisses. Personal space. Both cultures have moderate personal space, but South Korea's tendency for closer physical proximity might feel different from Colombia's slightly more distant interactions. Gestures. There are some gestures that are considered rude in Colombia, but not in South Korea. For example, in Colombia, it is offensive to cross your arms in front of your chest. Social norms.
Sorry, I'm lost. Where are you? So, and Colombia is more to show it is offensive.
It is offensive
to cross your arms in front of, like this.
Yeah. Yes.
Alrighty, yes, it can be rude.
Social norms. Colombians are generally more informal and relaxed than South Koreans. They may be more likely to show their emotions and to be less informal in their interactions. South Koreans are more formal and reserved than Colombians. They may be less likely to show their emotions and to be more formal when interacting with others. Communications. South Korea tends to favor indirect communication, whereas Colombia leans more toward directness and expressive dialogue.
And now I'm going to talk about the difference between German
and Colombians.
Okay. The greetings in Colombia, the most common form of greetings. Sorry. The most common form of greeting is a handshake. It is also frequent to kiss on one cheek, especially among friends and family. In Germany, the handshake is also a common form to greet people, and it is also polite to make a contact with the other persons. Personal space. Colombians are known for valuing close personal interactions. They tend to be close to each other during conversation and have a smaller sense of personal. Physical contact, such as touching the arm or shoulder while talking, is common and considered a signal of friendliness. Germans have a large sense of personal space and tend to maintain more distance during interactions. They value privacy and may feel uncomfortable with too much physical contact, especially with people that are not well no, I don't know how to spell that word. With acquainted teacher.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I thought I was speaking, but I was silent. Well acquainted. Yes.
Acquainted. Thank you. Gestures. There are some gestures that have different meanings in Colombia and Germany. For example, the thumb up gesture is used to mean okay in Colombia, but it can be considered rude in Germany. Social norms, Colombians are generally more relaxed and informal than Germans. This is reflected in their social norms, which tend to be more casual. Germans are generally more formal and punctual than Colombians, and their social norms tend to be more rigid. That is all, teacher.
Alrighty, very good. It's true. So I have a German friend, and whenever we were like, okay, let's meet, let's go out for lunch, she would say, okay, let's meet at noon. And you know, when we say let's meet at noon, we don't say like, okay, 12 o'clock. It could be like 12:15, 12:30. I'm a very punctual person, but she was crazy. She would text me at 11:50 or something like, I'm already here at the restaurant, where are you? I cannot see you. And I was, oh my god, like I'm still at home. So thank goodness we used to hang out in a restaurant that it was close by. So it was in Wilmette, and it was like 2 minutes away from my house. So I'll be like, oh my god, she's waiting for me, and I had to rush and get there because they're extremely punctual. So if they the same thing with Americans are very punctual. If if an American person says, for example, that you have a meeting with that person at 9 a.m., at 9 a.m. you are already late. So you have to be at the meeting place 10 minutes or 15 minutes prior your appointment. Because if you are on time, you are late. So they're very punctual people. We're not. Or Colombians are not punctual. We're not famous for that. Alrighty, guys, excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, peeps. So for the last part of our session, we are going to work on activities for MUL, because we're going to finish our third unit today. So I'm going to share my screen. And again, it was such an interesting activity for both groups. So thank you very much. Alrighty, so let me share my screen here. Okay, so for these parts, we were talking about techniques for building rapport. We have cultural awareness, sample conversation. We are going to take a look at this call center common technologies and software, and cultural awareness and sensitivity glossary. So you are going to open it, and here we have some words like cultural sensitivity, language use, patient and active listening, nonverbal communication, respect for hierarchy. That word is so difficult. Hierarchy. Time perception, avoiding assumptions, adaptability and flexibility, multilingual support, and cultural training and awareness. So all these concepts, we have been talking about this lately. So with that, we can finish this unit. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to open our third unit, and we're going to work on, you're going to check vocabulary individually, and you are going to work on, should we do dictation time, or should we give you that as an extra, like for homework?
For homework.
You're not fans of that activity, right? You don't love that activity. Okay.
Yes, and
So let's do something. We have already worked on reading. We have already worked on this reading. So let's work on vocabulary, the vocabulary activity. Let's see. We have only worked on the reading, right? We haven't worked on vocabulary and the listening activities, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So we are going to work right now on Unit 3, vocabulary number 2. When we open this, we are going to drag and drop. You're going to read the definitions and drag the most appropriate word to each blank. So we have replace, error message, analyze, basic, reproduce, user error, troubleshoot, and advanced. And you are going to drag and drop these words to where you think they belong, okay? So then, well, the first reading, we have already worked on that. We're going to do reading number 2. This second reading is technology, tech unlimited computer dealers. So you're going to read and you're going to write these words. We have support, orders, solution, requests, service, inquiries, account, and purchase. Listening number 1 and listening number 2. Okay. So we are going to work on those 4 activities and then we're going to check them. Right now, we're going to work on them and then we're going to check them. I'm going to highlight them here. So it's going to be Unit 3, vocabulary 2, and then these 3 activities, okay? So 4 activities in total. You are going to start with these activities, and then in some minutes, we are going to check some of them. Okay, guys, clear?
Yes, sure.
All right,
Clear.
so, okay, so please start working. Please start working, and then once you finish, you can write on the chat. You can say, okay, I finished the 4th activities, or I finished the first 3 activities. So you let me know to see how you guys are doing and then which activity we can start checking, okay? So please start. Thank you. How are you guys doing? Did you finish, or and which exercise are you working on right now?
I'm working now in the exercise.
Which one?
The reading too.
Okay. Alrighty. Andrea, listening number 1. Alrighty. Thank you. Okay, guys, almost ready.
Almost, teacher.
Alrighty. Oh my God, I was talking and I was silent the whole time. Okay, very good. Excellent, Freddy. You have already finished. What about the rest? Do you finish or are you still in the process? John, Jennifer? Alrighty, what about the rest? Angelica, Christian, excellent, very good. Okay, peeps, time's up, okay? Time's up. We are going to finish our class and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much for being here. Tomorrow we're going to start unit 4. So I will see you tomorrow, Friday. Thank you guys. See you. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
teacher.
Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye. Take care.